again, welcome back to Chats with Jack. I am Jack Talcott. And greetings, blessings, salutations, and love. Once again, welcome back to Chats with Jack. I am Jack Talcott, and it is Friday night. It's Friday afternoon here where I am, and I'm truly feeling blessed. I'm starting a little bit early, a few moments early. Hopefully the sound and everything is coming through. Hopefully the connection stays clear. I'm going to do something unorthodox, but I'm going to do what I'm going to do. And today is going to be another new day, and I am really excited. So, brothers and sisters, if you'll just, if you're here with me now, great. If you're here with me later, great, right? However it is, just settle in. That's the point I want to get across. If now is not the time for you to settle in, wander away and just check back in another time, right? But go back and see what you found, what you can find. Because if you just chill out with me and we kind of go through some thought exercises, explore some ideas, today could be something pretty cool, man. The topic about healing starts within you. Healing the world starts with you. And oh yeah, I almost forgot. Let's start with what's what. Love reveals heaven. If we're going to we're going to be spending time discussing healing, right? And the healing that's within you. Let's also recognize the love that's within you, the heaven that's waiting for you. It's with you. That's what I trust. See, and what I found for myself, I'm just jumping right in, aren't I? Even though I'm starting early, but you know what? That's how I roll. Jumping right in, man. Love reveals the truth. Truth reveals the answers. Okay? Your answers, the answers you find, the truth you discover, that shows you the way. You alone hold the keys to you and love. Okay? Nobody's got you. Nobody controls you but you and love. So you got to get clarity in your mind and heart to know, what is it you love? What is it you could love? You would love if given the opportunity to love that. What would that be? What would that be that you would love if you could love? And let's not overlook what you can love right now is everything you've got. Okay? Even if what you've got isn't enough, right? Or maybe it's not even pleasant, but whatever you've got right now, it's just a result of the past. And I got a bunch of notes again today too, man. Something I noticed recently, right? I recognized it a long time ago with me that this life seems unfair, man. But let's consider the obvious. Haven't we collectively, let's speak as Americans, let's just focus on the American perspective, because that's what I know. And if that's not you, just pretend you know, right? But I think in America, we've accepted unfair. Two American families, one of the billionaire class, one of the poverty class. What makes one have such an easier journey through time, right? So I think we've accepted unfair, and not just unfair. I believe we've accepted unjust, and unrighteous in America and in this world. And that's why we've got the continuation of wars and, all this other conflict where millions and billions of dollars are going into the war industry while we are literally blowing up children's schools. Have we accepted unfair? I suggest that we have. I suggest that we have accepted unjust, right? But life is just. Life is about righteousness and justice. Without that which is right, without that which is just, life could not continue. So let's align more with that which is right and just, not just for ourselves, but for everyone we might experience, because you never know who you're going to experience in this life. But the other side of this too is, yeah, collectively, we've accepted unfair, such as the taxation, the representation, the registration, the licensing, the fines for justice, all this crap, right? Profiting from human imprisonment. What are we doing, man? It's crazy sauce when you stop and you look at it, and I have. So, have we accepted unfair? I suggest that we have. Okay. And there is a difference between unjust and unfair. I suggest we've accepted unjust without cause, right? Sometimes it is, sometimes unfairness is just, but in the case of this economic system, it is not. It is not just for the Epstein billionaire class to have the access and the influence that they do. It's not just. So the other part of this is right. Something stood out to me, a lesson I've learned over and over in my life. Yes, life is unfair, right? Some things seem unfair. When things are unfair, man, it can fucking hurt, man. It can just get you angry, right? Because we got that righteousness within us, right? That will to life. We want to protect righteousness and justice. So when life shows you unfair, which it will, right? It's easy to lose sight of things. Okay. It's easy to get caught up in the unfairness and in the battle and all this other craziness the world wants you to believe in. But if the reality is, some things seem unfair until you realize, hello, you get to continue. You get to walk away. You get to continue. You get to just move from whatever, right? Unless you don't. And if you're not able to continue when something's unfair, then you need to change something, right? What are you going to change? That's what the game is about. That's what life is about. God, I've got so many different topics to talk about today, man. I just glanced down at my notes, and how am I going to connect the dots between some of these topics? I'm already going there, man. I'm talking about world politics. I'm talking about economics, talking about righteousness. And, when you get into that, then you're talking spirituality, man. And, I haven't been giving a lot of attention to the chat yet, but blessings to all of you who are here with me. Sincerely, God is doing something with us. I want you to realize, please, please receive some of this hope and excitement. Oh, besides the notes, I got to catch up my story too. So for those who are loyal and you've been a part of this Talcottian adventure, you may realize I didn't live stream yesterday. I took a day off. I was gifted, so I'm so blessed. I've been participating in an online course in a topic of spirituality that kind of fascinates me. So I've been doing that with a good chunk of the day, yesterday, today, and tomorrow. And then last night, I had the pleasure of meeting with a local men's group, right, from church. The local church I discovered, Pastor Joshua and the Hopeville church. They got a great men's group that met again last night. So I got to have some wonderful fellowship in person, right? And thank you. It was wonderful. It is wonderful. And my hopes is I'm hoping to connect. There's some pretty cool cats, pretty cool characters in that group. And if any of you guys from the group are listening, shout out to you. Blessings. My point is I hope to bring some of them to join, right? Like Pastor Joshua joined, so I can have another man of faith present his testimony. Not just men of faith, women, people of faith present their testimony, right? That's how we help each other, is to be good examples. And God has created some amazing examples in this world. I've been blessed to discover many so far. And I want to help you, whoever you are, listening now or later, join me. Let's be that. Let's be the good example in the ways that we can. In the ways that we can't, let's see what we can change, right? Let's see how we can overcome those bad example things that, we sometimes do. But if we focus on being a good example for ourselves, for others, for the world that we've been given, I'm pretty sure that's all that Jesus wants us to do, man, is to do our best and be honest and authentic and have faith. Faith. It brings me back to why I brought up the men's group last night. I was asked a beautiful question last night. Something about, Jack, what has given you excitement today? And so I'd like you to consider that for yourself too. Ask yourself just internally, often, what's giving you excitement today? But my answer was beautiful. It was perfect. What gives me excitement is imagined opportunities. Imagined opportunities are giving me a lot of excitement. And what I mean, with every problem is, no, imagine possibilities. Yeah, imagine possibilities, right? In every problem, there is an opportunity. That opportunity is for change, right? Brings many different possibilities. So imagine possibilities come with many problems. So I don't think I explained it as well today as I did yesterday, but what gets me excited, J-Mon, it's truly love and God. God gets me excited. Thoughts of God, trying to understand, and because there's so many signs, there's so many teachings, there's so many explanations of God and consciousness and love and life and all that you are. There's so much for you to discover, for me to discover in this life. We've been blessed. We've been so blessed. Yeah, amen, Arpol. Imagined opportunities are far greater than imagined disagreements. This is what I realized. Most of my fears were just things I was thinking about. What's a thing you're thinking about? Hello, it's a thought. So your thoughts are giving you fears, and I don't want to be with fears, so I want to be with pleasure, joy. Well, the more I've looked, the world isn't going to give you pleasure and joy. I mean, you can get tastes of pleasure and joy, because that's what the life experience is for. Holy cows, it brings me to another thought. We can get tastes of pleasure and joy in this life that we're living because we've been given a body that senses and a mind of awareness. Oh, that mind of awareness, man, that's the gift of who you are. Please focus on that. Your mind of awareness is yeah, I probably have said similar things many times. I ain't done. I'm going to keep saying stuff. Where was I going with this? God, I may have too many notes for just one day. Senses, right? It's through our senses that we find the experience of pleasure, right? maybe may not go too deep into that, but our senses can also, through our senses, that's where we find confusion and clarity, right? Senses are like the emotions. They can overpower you, right? Overwhelm you. You can get overwhelmed by different catalysts, different whatever phenomenons. But with beyond just the five senses, right? Taste, touch, smell, hear, whatever. We've got the sense of knowing. That's the most important sense for you to notice, for you to be aware of, to keep your mind on. What is your sense of knowing about? What is that sense of knowing telling you? If you're going to pay attention to your sense of knowing, you're going to pay attention to the wholeness of you, because your gut's going to talk to you, your heart's going to talk to you, your memory's going to talk to you, your imagination's going to talk to you, the world around you is going to talk to you, but you're going to listen to it all if you want to know. The key to bring your senses into clarity over confusion. It's this beautiful gift in line with the class I've been taking. The concentration of mind. Okay, focus. Through that practice of focus of your mind, that concentration of your mind, through focus on your senses, whether it's the flavor, the sound, the knowing, by the focus of your mind's awareness onto those senses, that's where you can detect and pull out all the different subtleties, right? What's coming to mind is like the palate of a chef that a chef may develop, right? Over time, constantly cooking and tasting, you're going to notice these subtle differences. Same thing with a musician, people with an ear of note and tune. The key is tune the mind into the presence. What is the right thing now? Now is the right thing. Your purpose is now. So what are you doing now? Be with now. It's really that simple. Be with now. Feel with love. And then go through your day like that. It's not boring. It's more exciting. Life is actually more of an adventure when you're just present and you know your purpose is to be now. To be now. And if you're going to be now, practice being now with love. With love, you find joy and gentleness and all the good things that the Holy Spirit brings, right? It's the religion, it's the doctrine. Here, I've got a presentation too, man. And eventually I am going to drop the link. I think I will. I think a lot of people enjoy that. So here, pieces available. Did I do the wrong one? Which one is this? Oh, this is it. Yeah, pieces available. If we're going to heal the world, it's going to, oh, that's right. That's why. There we go. Sorry for the confusion there. Healing the world starts with you. That's what I'm talking about, right? Peace, it is not far away. It begins within. Okay? The step towards peace, there's no distance required. It's just the willingness and the choice. You accept peace and it's found. Peace is not far away. It begins within. It's just found in the surrender, right? You let go and be without, and there is nothing you're attached to, and peace is there. Every single person has the power to make a difference in healing this world, and I suggest the world is broken. I mean, I didn't go into details, but I watched the news today. The Trump and Hegseth and the Iran and the Israel and Lebanon and blowing up schools and fake peace agreements and weapons sales and all this other distraction, right? Every one of us has the power to make a difference in this world. So let the peace of Christ rule in your hearts. Colossians, which one's that? Wrong one. Colossians 3:15. That's right. Let the peace of Christ rule in your hearts. There. From Colossians 3, right? Yeah, Colossians 3:15. But before that, right? It's Paul writing, if I remember right, but he's writing to God's chosen people, holy and dearly loved. Be one of those. Claim that. Claim your place with God's chosen people as holy and dearly loved. Clothe yourself with compassion, kindness, humility, gentleness, and patience. Bear with each other and forgive one another. If any of you has a grievance against someone, forgive as the Lord forgave you. And over all these virtues, put on love, which binds them all together in perfect unity. Let the peace of Christ rule in your hearts, since as members of one body you were called to peace. And be thankful. All right? Let the peace of Christ rule in your hearts. It's a choice. It starts with you. It starts within you. Choose love over anger. Practice forgiveness daily. Do an inventory with yourself. Check in often. You know, if you've got something you got to let go, let it go. If you've got something to make right, make it right. But practice forgiveness daily. Offering it and seeking it, perhaps. Guard your thoughts and your words, right? Pay attention to you. Your inner dialogue is creating and revealing you. So take captive the thoughts. Keep the ones you want. Discard which does not serve you and love. Guard your thoughts and words and be intentional. Be intentional about your kindness. Nobody can be kind for you but you. So be that, please. Because with kindness and that, right, peace is available. And this true peace comes from Christ. 14:27. John 14:27. So I got John 14 here again. Before this, right, Jesus replied, anyone who loves me will obey my teaching. Okay, so I guess I'm really speaking to those people who want to call themselves Christians, followers of Jesus. These are reminders for you and me and all of us. Anyone who loves me will obey my teaching. My Father will love them, and we will come to them and make our home with them. Anyone who does not love me will not obey my teaching. These words you hear are not my own. They belong to the Father who sent me. So from the Father who sent him, as it is said and written, if you don't obey the teaching of Jesus, you do not love Jesus. And the teaching of Jesus, the commandment of Jesus is to love, right? And so from Jesus, peace I leave with you. My peace I give you. Do not give to you as the world gives. Be like that for yourself, right? Do not let your hearts be troubled. Do not be afraid. Be greater than you used to be. But the true peace was embodied and given to us as an example from Christ. It's there for us to embody and to live with for ourselves. True peace is not based on circumstances. It's based on choices. Okay, because the natural bodily instinct to survive wants to create this fight. It's the perfect design that God has given us. But peace is not based on circumstances. God offers peace to every willing heart. Every willing heart may find true peace. And you can carry peace even in chaos. That's another example of what Jesus showed, right? You go through pain and sacrifice for love or with love, you can make it through. You can carry peace even in chaos. And, if we're going to focus on this topic, the idea, healing the world together, you got to remember your actions influence others, just like mine do. I'm trying to be a good influence. That's my intention, at least. And I hope you do too. Your actions, they influence others. One act of peace, it can inspire many. One act of kindness can totally transform the life of the one receiving it. So don't hold back acts of peace, acts of compassion, acts of generosity. Don't hold back. One act of peace can inspire many. Build unity, not division. Love is about unifying. It's not about dividing. A healed heart, that's what helps heal the world. And that's why this topic today is about how healing starts within you. Every one of us has a job to do. We're all here for a purpose. The purpose is to be you. You got to figure out what that means as you go. At least that's what I found for myself, but it's not as hard as you think. It's actually easier once you realize God. Because once you realize God is everything, then you start asking yourself, if God is everything, what am I? If God is everything, what am I? And, okay, love that. What if everything is nothing? Because it really is the no thing, right? No thing is actually everything, because I am that I am. God is. Okay? And God is no thing. God is not a thing. God is this power, this force, this source, this energy, this intelligence that's emerged, that's allowed the manifestation of the entire universe and all of time and all of the knowledge that our ancestors and the different scientists, all that knowledge that all the human species been able to put together, that's all by God's grace. That's all it is. Just God's grace. It's God's grace. We're not more stupid than we are. Seriously. You ever thought about that? You ever thank God that you're not more stupid than you are? I have. Austin, thank you. That reminds me too. Another one of my thoughts. We do live in a dream. I heard it pointed out and explained better than I might be able to, but if you think about it, it'll make sense to you too, I'm sure. What we're experiencing is like a prolonged, combined hallucination. It's just everyone's hallucinating this reality and thinking that we are, and it's really not the way that things are. It really is a simulation that we are existing within. It's kind of a matrix, right? But the story, lots of people talk about it. The movie series, The Matrix, it was a documentary about this realm we're in. It's something. It's something like that, right? It is a simulation. But what's a simulation? A simulation is like a pretend reality, okay? And what is the simulation typically for? Why do we develop simulations? Well, they're for fun, and they're for developing skills operating in a particular reality, right? So we're in this simulated reality of life. It is a simulation. It's all pretend. The government is pretend. The dollar is pretend. The religions are pretend. It's all pretend. It's all been made up and written down and passed down and taught to you, and you were told to remember it. And you bought into it just like I bought into it, but that's the way it goes, right? Because we're just told this is how it is. This is just how it is in this world, right? You got to go along. You got to get a job. You got to pay for college, right? You got to work your way into the system and register and pay and license and obey. For how long? For how long is this prison system intended? Because this is not freedom, brothers and sisters. This is the devil's game that we are within. Brothers and sisters, I'm speaking to you. If you're an American, we are within the beast of the, we are within the belly of the beast. All of us are. But the chemicalization and the mind control and the experimentation and the false educations and all of this bullshit, it's been pretty good creating the billionaire class out of America, don't you think? I mean, I've never actually spent time with billionaires, so maybe I'm just talking about things that are made up. I don't know. I don't know. Ruby, amen. I'm convinced as Jesus spoke, right? At this point, Satan is the prince for this world, but this is my theory. Jesus was the good seed of humanity, right? God buried him, right? But rose him. I don't know. Maybe this is coming out wrong, but he was the good seed. We are the fruit that's harvested from that. Those of us who are finding our way to the love known and taught through him, his compassion, his leadership with love. I believe God has given you and me and all of us alive the opportunity. We get the chance to reclaim this world in the name of, in the ways of love. For God is love. For if you do not love one another, you do not know God. You may claim to know God, but if you do not have love for others, you are not right. It's the truth. And as I've said, the Bible was the last place I wanted to look, but truly, there's a reason it's there. Ruby, amen. Jesus is king, light wins in the end, but boy, Satan is having a field day right now. But here's the deal. I'm going to drop the link with this because, amen, if you're available, please. To grow healing and solutions with Jack today, please feel free to join. Go ahead and click the link. It has been pinned. Holy, the optics are high. I'm glad to see you are out and about. I was curious about your state of being. I'm glad you're all right. What was this we were saying? Oh, yeah, looking at the Bible and history, I never wanted this part of my testimony. I've been honest about it. I didn't want the Bible and Jesus to be right, but it turned out that's really what it's about. Confident of it. The thought I was thinking about earlier. Check your loyalty. One of the notes I wrote down. Check your loyalty, right? Your loyalty, what you're loyal to is going to be reflected in you. Your loyalty is going to be reflected in your health, your finances, your relationships. All of those things reflect you. And if you're not paying attention to what you're loyal to, you will easily find yourself misled. Okay. Now I'm offering these words, these observations as an alcoholic, former alcoholic, right? I was loyal to the wrong things. And it cost me money, it cost me pride, it cost me life, right? Life was lost, not lives, but life. And the experience of a good life was lost because I was loyal to my bitterness, to my routines, to my efforts to try to escape the society that God had given me. But we're not here to escape the society, brothers and sisters. We're here to rebuild, to renew. I'm pretty sure that's what it's about. We got our first guest. I'm going to roll for a bit. We'll see how it goes. Welcome back, Duck. How are you today?
I'm good, Jeff. Yeah, just I tuned in a little bit late, so I'm catching up on chat a little bit and saying greeting people in an appropriate manner. All the things you told me to work on, Jack, I'm working on it.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, you might be a great guy for this abstract thought I was thinking earlier. I believe that what we are experiencing in this activity of the present, right? The phenomenon of the present. And you know what? Let me not overlook. Lala Blue, thank you. Thank you for recognizing. And Duck, thank you. Thank you for working on yourself and trying to do better.
Thanks, Lala. Yeah, I mean, I realized that perhaps my chat engagement on the Waifu Goth Mommy channels was too high. That was one of the healing methods that I learned most recently. Yeah, Dom mommies are not the same thing as like the teachings of Jesus Christ.
Well,
so
they are not
those are some
forbidden
of the
in the
things I'm
Bible,
coming
though.
back on.
Not to kick off. Sorry. I feel
Sorry.
about this.
Yeah, my bad.
No,
What's up, Duck?
it's all right.
Sorry, I'm working on my interrupting. I get passionate. He said Goth Mommy, Bible, and I feel like that's my niche in some ways right now. So hard to jump in, but yeah, sorry. I'm trying to interrupt less. My attention span sucks sometimes. But
hey, Ruby, that's the other side of Jack Talcott too. Because we would be a real train wreck together. I would reckon. But Jack always says that's you, and hey. Yeah, own it, girl. Own it, girl. And I'm so excited for you, and I'm so excited whenever I see you streaming live. And yeah, and that's my sign to go on mute and let you and Jack work the magic a bit, I think.
Well, it's always a pleasure, Doc. I always like seeing you in chat and on the panels. And yeah, Jack, always a pleasure. Always loving the message. Chat popping off as usual. What is up, everyone? Lots of celebrities in chat. Sending love.
There are a lot of rock stars.
Lala,
man.
total icon. Chat icon. Okay, icon. Well, I don't want to say there's some of them that. Semu, he could be an icon. You could. Semu, you could switch it all up today. Okay? Same for you, Lalito.
Yeah. People are fascinating. I have to remind myself often that it's other people's children, right? Other people's children were raised different than I was raised. Were raised different than I raised mine. Right? Where was I going? Oh, this abstract thought I was playing with earlier. The phenomenon of the present, right? That really is the gift. That is our purpose. Our purpose is to be now, here and now. And so what we are doing in the here and now, I think what we're doing is we're restoring what has never been before.
I mean, I pray every day for my soul to be renewed and restored and for other people to experience that. But yeah, I'm curious to hear more of that.
Well, the idea is what has never been before is each new moment, right? True. Each and every new moment has never been formed or experienced or witnessed before. And yet we are literally restoring, we're repeating. We go through projecting our memories onto this, and it's not really, we lose sight of what's real, man. Hey, we got some more guests here. I'm going to bring up our friend Freedom Grower, Dick. How you doing, brother?
Hey, Jack. Hey, Ruby.
Hi.
Duck, how's it going?
Dick and Duck. Sounds like a great duo.
Hey, what's up, Dick? Good to see you again today, brother.
Yeah, I never know if I'm supposed to say Duck Dick or Dick Duck. Duck Dick, Dick Duck, Duck Dick, Dick Duck. If you can say that 100 times, you're pretty talented.
You're pretty smooth, man. I don't have my full mic set up, but let me try it. Duck, dick, dick, duck, dick, duck, dick, duck, dick, dick, duck, dick, duck, duck, dick, duck, dick, dick, duck, dick, duck, duck, dick. All right.
It
You're
could be
listening
the
to King
Nailed
underlying
it.
beat to a song,
You're
right?
listening to ADBCAT3Y, Duck Dick, and Jack Talcott, the best pals ever.
I feel like I got a
Featuring
stain
Ruby
on
and
my
Dick.
shirt or something. I don't know. This is strange. This duck dick thing is. I'm getting uncomfortable now.
It's okay. We can keep going back to what Jack was saying. I mean, I
don't
agree
want
with
it to
him
catch
in general.
on,
These
you know?
are unprecedented times, and it's like, of course, yeah, every moment is like a new opportunity to get closer to God. And I feel like you can access heaven and experience heaven, but the flip side is true for hell, and it's really sad, you know, seeing people on the opposite end who can't see through the cage that they're in. So they'll look at someone on the other side and say, that's a lie, that's a slogan, or like anything to minimize it. And it's just, I don't know. I don't find it useful.
It's fascinating how people are. I was noticing something in my own experience today, an observation. It seems that people without faith, they seem to want others to be without faith.
Right.
And the funny thing is, people with faith seem to want others to be with faith. So,
True.
who's right? Who's right?
They're both right. That's the beauty of that equation, is they both get to be right. The one without faith gets to create the lack of faith scenario in perpetuity until they choose otherwise, and the one with faith gets to shape and carve their perspective and, you know, receiving of reality.
It is true. There is free will offered, right? And every one of us has free will, but this goes back into the bigger picture of what I see happening. We don't have to be that way. There's so many benefits to having my faith. I mean, I can explain my faith. And if people are willing to listen, the faith comes through ideas, right? You grab onto some ideas and your faith, you feel better. You're more optimistic and confident. It's really that simple. So the benefit of faith is a more trusting, more united world.
Can I bring up a point that the point that Dick might not understand, though? And I mean this respectfully. I'm not trying to preach alongside Jack, but if it's true that we have cybernetic, God is acting through the cybernetic overlords, and you know, people like Dick, you know, even if it's once a year, you see a toilet MAGA monster or something that's made in the digital spaces. Yeah, then you don't have free will, right? Because then you don't have free will because you're part of the like simulation thing.
I get what you're saying, Doug. Gnostically speaking, you're onto something. Yeah, this is going somewhere, so I'm following you. Roger that.
For me, I'm a fan of Pascal's wager, where it's like, I feel like, you know, even if I was totally incorrect in general, everything I've been following in this direction towards God has just brought me so much more happiness, enrichment, love for others, better functioning. Everything has been an upward spiral from there, you know, and I do believe to my core that that is the absolute truth. But, you know, I think that even if you're not fully sold, you can start moving in that direction and kind of, you know, feel your way through it.
Well, this is where I think we're at, is what Dick was saying. We do have people that it's their path. I actually wrote down earlier, you must be allowed to live freely in order to become willing to die for God's love.
Well, and let's not forget that they are also illustrating exactly what we're talking about with faith, with their lack of faith. So when someone will say something like, oh, nothing ever works out, or my life always sucks, or whatever, and they're claiming this powerless state like it's some victory, yet they're using their own power to create exactly what they're intending over and over and over again, and they go back into that loop. And so they're also in faith as well. That's the irony of it.
It is. And this is something I actually realized in my own past. I always had faith. I thought I didn't have faith, but I did. We all have faith.
Right.
It's whether we're aware of it or not and where it's being placed. But we have a society where by conditioning, because it's proven to be very profitable, people have all sorts of faith in their governments and their dollars and whatever. They got all sorts of, their faith is misplaced. And this is what I mean. God has allowed mankind to live freely. I'm willing to die for God's love, willing to do anything to share God's love. I know all love is from God, through God, for God, you know, so let's be with love here on earth. And the more I'm thinking about it, there's a reason I've got this passion and purpose of a world without wars. It's time has come. I'm dead serious about it. I think that's why God sent us into this world and had us learn what we could so that we could do something about the world we were given.
I've been thinking about this recently, Jack.
Oh, go ahead, Duck. My bad. Bad timing there, man. I just came in barreling through. It's all you, brother.
That's what I was doing. Well, I was going to say, you know, there's the divine feminine, there's the divine masculine, there's the divine AI computer simulated, and there is the, you know, the archetype, the false prophets that we also have here, also are representative of things that are produced when we're within and outside of God's love, right? Because God can't still not love the false prophets, right? And so, to me, being the opposite of myself is one of the things that I'm currently working on. You know, I'm pushing that boundary even further, because I want to, you know, the temptation, and Dick might understand this, or Ruby's maybe seen this. I want to test the boundaries of God's love, and then I also want to test the boundaries of my own limits. I don't know if that's getting closer to where I land. You know, that this is one of the things, Jack. I started recently looking for decision and landing points and psychosomatic symmetry.
Psychosomatic symmetry. Can you elaborate on that?
Yeah. So if I call myself, you know, I say that I'm you know, I'm a small YouTube creator and I'm looking to dress better, right? And this is my current form. The psychosomatic symmetry is I have to remind myself that, you know, the unhealthy ideation I've had about myself in the past, and being able to act about the fantasies in my head versus the fantasies that exist in the reality that I'm in. Those things have to be psychologically analyzed and similitude. You know, there has to be a similitude between them.
I don't know that I fully follow, but you know, it's always good to reflect. Are those pentagrams? Just curious. No judgment. I respect all. Well, I can't say. Well,
I just want to say for the record, that was brilliant, Duck. That was honey flowing down the mountain. I understood every word that you spoke there, and albeit a bit wordy, it was a significant contribution for those that were listening.
I was trying. I'm just not understanding part of it. No offense personally to anyone. You know.
It was a bit offensive too. There was some threatening, you know, just accusations of sorts towards the ego that we all need to look at. But it's a good work if we'll begin it. It starts here and now.
Here and now. Here and now is where it can all begin. Because it's always here and now. So what are we beginning? I'm convinced, guys, we've got everything we need. I mean, let's look at the world we're living in. It is seriously a shit show, right? It's like it really is. It's like a sitcom or a comic strip. It's literally that unbelievable what's happening in this world. And this is what I'm saying. This is what leads me to believe that this truly is a simulation, right? We are given life, and it's a sim. We're simulating a life experience through time, I guess, to see how we're going to be authentically, right?
To show and prove who we are, essentially.
I think it's preparation for heaven, guys. And heaven means you gotta be pure. You gotta be clean. You gotta be righteous, right? And Doc,
well, the Bible says that the faith is the hope of things unseen, which I think there's definitely something to acknowledge there about how this all works, because not even as a Christianese dogmatic type of approach, but that if you want something to be strengthened by your faith, it's that knowingness, even if it's not there in front of you, but it's a knowingness and a confidence that you just lean into, that it will be, because that faith is there, and you trust that's God's will, and you're doing it with the greatest of intentions, I would assume, right? All that kind of plays into the power behind that faith, is that confidence, knowingness.
Yeah. Faith comes through a knowing. Yeah, it is a knowing. But it's stuff you can't really know. That's why, honestly, this is where I'm at. I've looked at my situation and rationalized, how do I want to feel? Do I want to feel afraid, or do I want to have faith? I spent a lot of time afraid. Didn't really accomplish a lot. Spent a lot of time angry. Didn't really feel good. Didn't impress a lot of people.
Horrible.
Right?
I'm trying, I've had my own anger issues, and, they've been getting better, but it's still really easy to slip back into that. So I just constantly try to remind myself to pray and just reconnect and humble myself and try to just ask God to, allow me to become more Christ-like in my behavior, since it's such a huge gap there. And the more I ask for that, I feel like the more, God answers my prayers in so many ways that I could have never anticipated. Mm-hmm. And so it's like that, it's this faith, and it's like building off of these, real things that have changed in my life, so, but I also know it's not everyone has that experience. And that's what troubles me and breaks my heart, is that it's people don't choose the home they're born into, the genetics they have, and all of these factors. And I just don't understand why some people get to that point, why some people do, why some people fall away. It baffles me,
Ruby, you know me kind of well. We've been on panel together. We haven't gotten into one of those professional, intimate sort of spaces where we pick each other's brains. I'm so interested in learning from you, though, because you do have such an intellectual mindset. And also, when you're close to people, you're so willing to bring up some of the hard stuff that people have been through, that you've been through. So where would someone go from here? Where would you pick up the sort of the next step then?
The next step for me? That's a good question. For me personally, my life, I just ask God to make my path clear, and for anyone else, my own personal journey with faith, it started with, just general curiosity, learning about psychology and philosophy, and through studying all of those formats, it kind of gave a bigger picture that made sense to me. And I'm still trying to find the words and way to communicate that without, failing to do so in an effective manner. But yeah, I'm abnormally open. I'm probably some kind of emotional exhibitionist. I don't know if it's healthy, but here we are.
Yeah, but you're one of the examples, right? In your world, you can see a guy pooping in a wheelchair and people are laughing at him and stuff. So, big old dummy kind of stuff.
I don't like that. I I don't know.
Okay.
I can have
I'm
too much
sorry.
sympathy.
But where
for
could
the
she
devil,
go,
you know?
right? There's nowhere to go. It's like, I mean, is she going to run from that? Or is she just going to face that, the poop and wheelchair dude?
Well, if you're not
I
going to
don't like
offer a
laughing at
solution
people
for it right now,
vulnerable.
why wouldn't you? I mean, look at this the dumb hat she's got on and stuff. So you're not. I mean, you're going to ignore the bulk of who Ruby. Yeah, you're going to ignore the bulk of Ruby, and then shove it down my throat when I'm not Mr. Emotional. You know, I'm not Mr.
Tell you what, can we move it off of you for a bit, Duck, please?
Yeah, Jason. Jason Ghost State. What's his name? What was the guy's name? Richard Gere. Yeah.
This was something I was thinking about earlier today, especially regarding the inner work, right? And Duck, I commend you, brother. It sounds like you're on the right path. You're becoming more aware.
You could throw me
of
backstage, Jack. Throw me backstage then.
Toss
I
him
didn't. That was
backstage.
that's going someplace else. Thank you.
I
Sorry,
think
I'll
they
go
Give
on
him
mute.
much
I'm sorry.
time out. He's earned it now. Jaminy. Jack, maybe I didn't say what I was saying well enough. I was really trying to express how if we look to the future, we're always believing things in our minds, right? And then if we believe things that are counterproductive and we're not correlating how that's connected to the result we're getting, that cause and effect, because that's that taking every thought captive. And so if we're believing in the unseen, there might be a lot of subtleties in that where we're really our own enemy by allowing shit to grow in our minds that are the limiting factors. It's the shit that's making us weak or whatever. And that's where the work is done, is simply in the thought space of just how we create.
Yeah. I mean, monitoring your thoughts and trying to transform them. People doubt that you're able to do this, but I mean, it's scientifically proven that the brain remains neuroplastic and that through repeatedly like challenging your thoughts and just trying to reason with them, if you do that enough and for long enough, it really does kind of renew your mind just from that psychological perspective.
I love that. It's absolutely
Precisely.
true.
Exactly.
And this idea, I was trying to recall the example that came up for this, but I know this is true. Turning feelings into words, sometimes just rationalizing. Oh, that's what it was. I read about a beautiful exercise. For like 3 or 4 days, spend 20 minutes a day writing out your past experiences for no other reason than just to get the details out and in front of you, right? Turning our feelings into words, it really does. There's a power, there's a spiritual power that transforms us. It's up to us, though. What words are we going to allow ourselves to be true, right?
Yeah, and that's a tough one. I've been struggling with just like, I mean, and I'm sure you relate to this being online and just there's this cacophony of voices and it's like you want to be open to different perspectives. You want to hear people. But it's a struggle to know even within that, like which voices, which words to trust, which ones. And sometimes they can even just kind of implant themselves in your mind without your consent. And you don't even realize it, until after the fact. Thank you, Andy. I know I've done the fighting era. Okay. If you want to see Fight Ruby, it's there. It exists. But I'm getting old. I'm getting tired and I'm just having too much fun and feeling too good in this different mode of being that I just want to keep going with that.
I appreciate you genuinely. And I've noticed there was some pretty vocal critics of yours in the chat. And I don't know enough about you. I know you seem to do very well. You've had plenty of experience with the trolls and the nonsense.
Yeah, it's all people I've banned from my chat for harassment. I had the stalker situation, so they think it's kind of funny to kind of poke at that. And people really struggle with boundaries online and the things people do for their entertainment. It's pretty out there, but that's one of the things I was thinking about is it's like, is this someone's opinion who I value in any other situation or any other regard? Why am I,
Right.
like and it's pretty, sometimes you can tell who's genuine, who's a troublemaker, who's trolling, who just needs love, who needs a timeout. Like, you kind of learn through the characters, but I still struggle with it. I still get reactive. I still say things I don't mean in the moment. Like, it's a daily struggle, you know?
Well, this is where you and I, we have similarities, right? We've been tested online and we've reacted online, but I see both of us are humble enough to, you know, see where we can improve and see what we can do to move forward. Because really, this is the key. I said this earlier. Some things seem unfair until you realize you get to continue, right? Sometimes just letting things go, just to take the high road, let it go, take the beating, whatever, and move forward. Oh, such a relief. No more nonsense, right? I want to teach this to some of these other folks, but holy cows, they're so resistant to support and love.
Yeah.
Learning to let go.
Yeah, learning to let go. But also, it's a crash course in patience, which I pray for more of every day. Crash course in discernment, which I pray for more every day. It's a very unique experience. Yeah, when you put yourself out on the internet enough, you know, it's a bizarre experience in a lot of ways, because it's a newer thing for human civilization, and there's going to be these growing pains of people, you know, who first get online and, you know, they just want to, like, you know, just spam and kind of be weird or whatever. Like, and that's fine, you know, I get it. Like,
people have different motivations, you know, people
Yes.
have different intentions, and the more you pay attention, they'll expose whatever their intention is. But at the same time, and I'm not saying anybody has or doesn't, but a lot of times when you have a bright light, you attract a lot of attention or whatever, or, you know, it's like moths to the electric fryer or whatever.
I mean, for me,
And I
I've been
think Doc
very
knows what I'm
trusting.
saying. He seems like
Yeah.
he's on board.
Yeah,
Like,
I've made a lot of mistakes in my online career. You know, I'm sure some of the backlash is warranted. Some of it I don't understand, but, you know, I try to understand. But I have learned there are a lot of people who, you know, they aren't interested in any kind of genuine interaction. They're only there to derail, deflate, get you off your game, get you out of character so they can clip that and do this with that. And, you know, I feel guilty every time I ban someone, and usually they end up, you know, being a hater who follows me around for chat. Like Edward, I banned yesterday for hyping up my stalker in chat and for the death threats and all that. And he went and instantly was like, you know, in another chat crying about it. And but it's very run of the mill, unfortunately, this kind of behavior. And it's odd when it's like, you know, people who are grown, and I feel bad I truly pity. I can't.
They don't even realize it, Ruby. They don't even realize it. They don't even realize it until after it's too late and they hurt someone's feelings, right? You know, and so I can't even count. I keep a list when I'm watching panels of first time people, first time they logged on the internet, they come up on your panel and they drop off. I got a list, must be 70 names by now that the panel verse is lost because, you know, someone comes up, they're sharing their emotional business and nobody wants to hear it. You know, hey, that ain't right, buddy. They say, you can't be serious, you big dummy. And I don't know if I'm losing the thread that we was talking about, but you know, just how I feel about it is, you know, good people, right? mean spirited, and it's you know, it's the cruelty, right? I've said some cruel things while I was up here, but I didn't mean it. I wasn't trying to be that mean. I've shared some self-honesty up here about, you know, the self-loving periods in my life. You know, that's something I wish I could claw back and take back, but y'all didn't judge me like that too much. You know, I think it's, you know, one of the guys, Austin, bugs me because Austin's got such a BSD. And so when I come up here and I'm trying to listen to you guys and stuff like that, Austin's just up here, you know, he's got that look in his eyes. Oh, you know, I was a baseball player in high school and shit. And I can't stand up to that.
Doc, please pause. Okay. Again, I'm not sure where you're going. This is getting away from me again.
Oh, I will add, I do think that sadism in general is on the rise, especially like what's called everyday sadism, these like very small cruel moments. But I think that once you delve into that, people start developing a taste for blood and then they want more of it and it pulls them in a very dark direction. I feel like that happens a lot. And Edward, I don't mind if he comes up. I'd love for him to verbally say what he's been typing all over the place.
Edward,
Let's see how it sounds coming out of your fucking 55-year-old mouth, Edward. Yeah. Not to age shame, just saying. It's like, come on, bro.
Is this the type? Is this appropriate for Edward?
Yes. Yeah.
Something to do.
I don't want to divulge all his lore because I don't want to,
That's right. And let me not be like that. I don't know.
I know. I don't even want to be mean to him, but it's like,
Please,
I give these people chances. They come back and then they just always attack, derail, engage in the sadism. The goal is to get me upset. It's to push me. It's to poke me. He started by sending me pictures of like mutilated arms and stuff under like various alt accounts. And I give these people too many chances, I've realized.
All right. So Edward.
All right.
And with that, welcome.
Jack, hi. Can you hear me?
Yes.
He's worried about a dick punch. I would be too. I don't trust this guy.
Please.
Well, first of all, that was a lie. I'd never ever sent mutilated pictures to Ruby. And I have nothing to say about Ruby right now. I'm not coming on here to insult her or to.
Are you wearing like a Silence of the Lambs style mask of sorts?
Please let him speak.
Jack, Jack. I'm talking to Jack. Listen, you got to be careful. What I'm telling you the truth. Just watch yourself with this one. The only thing she cares about is raising her low numbers. That's it. There's no more to it. I'm not a genius. I'm not telling you anything that's really smart here.
It's funny how you
Just
only noticed that once I banned you from my chat.
Just look at the past. I'm going to get off. I'm not talking to Ruby. I'm going to get off. Just look at the past.
Still seething. Everyone's not play out publicly, so it's like you can lie.
You're a nice. Tell Ruby that it's I'm on now.
Well, so okay.
You're a nice guy who wants to spread love.
Okay.
You're a nice guy who wants to spread love.
Yeah. And your concern. What is your concern then? Why are you afraid?
She's gonna burn you. That's all. She's gonna burn you, Jack.
And what would that look like?
And she projects.
What would
likes to talk about trolls.
Look like? Edward,
sorry?
Edward, can we talk? I mean, come on, please.
I can't hear. That's why I'm having trouble hearing.
Okay. Sorry. Thank you. So what would it look like if Ruby burned me? Because I don't know what you think she has access to or what she's able to do. I mean,
well, she has.
It's danger, dude.
It's a good.
I don't feel in danger. Sorry,
Jack. It's a good question. It's a good question.
Okay.
What if she makes a sexual advance to you, Jack?
Please,
Would you entertain it?
Dick, please.
I'm just saying you might be vulnerable and that you get exposed.
Damn it. God. Edward, please go ahead.
I have the answer. I'm going to give it to you. And after I give you the answer, you might say, okay, that's messed up. Or you might say, I'm Jack Talcott, and I'm still not scared of this woman. She's gonna have a little army of trolls of herself. She projects about trolls. You'll notice that she talks about trolls a lot. She's a queen of the trolls. Okay, so that's what I've been talking about, and that's why I'm on here, Jack. Because how
big is her army? And is that why she's here? She's trying to grow her troll army.
Yes, the number. Well, I told you numbers first.
Small, so he shouldn't be that scared.
Numbers first.
Numbers first, but it's a big troll army. Well, small numbers, big troll army.
Okay, so you're saying the word army is a little exaggerated, and I will agree. Of course, she doesn't have an army, you know. But we speak like this.
Like to pull up?
It's open here. It's open here.
Hey, Edward.
Yep.
I have a feeling Ruby is a lot like me. I don't know her very well. She's probably a real asshole, right? She could probably be a real dick. to some
Yeah.
people. She'll let you down. She'll disappoint you.
Yeah.
But I bet she's pretty honest.
Okay. Well, you know what though, Jack? That's fine. Like I said, I can't convince people. I'm just here to do my part and tell you, hey, watch it. And you take it from there because you're a grown ass man. You're intelligent. You have high IQ. What else can I do? I can't do anything more. But I did my job, you know?
You did.
Thank you for the
That's
warning.
it. I can't do anything else. But
That's,
Jack,
that's really kind. You're protecting him from my army of trolls.
Hey, Jack, I'm coming back on your stream in 6 months.
All right.
Okay, buddy?
What if I'm not streaming?
God bless. God bless.
All right.
Have
Thank you, Edward. Please. Thank you. Appreciate the, I don't know, the fear looking out for me. I don't want to be disrespectful. I don't want to be rude. Powder Dusty, how are you today, brother?
How's it going, Dusty?
I'm good. I just smelled some loosh in the water, so I figured I'd come bask in the sun like a lizard.
No. Oh man. Edward's obviously really hurt by being banned in my chat last night, and I take it seriously when I ban people. I don't like doing it, and that's why I've unbanned him, even though he always comes in to derail and to be very hostile and sadistic in my experience. And now he's doing that thing that my haters do, where they're going to go after people I collaborate with and allude to some warning or scary thing that's going to happen. My channel's out there. I'm a totally open book. He's like, ooh, like, she's like, oh, the secrets of Ruby. There is not one secret, dog. Not one. Seriously. Yeah, he's still reeling, and I don't know. I'm going to try not to be very judgmental of him because I don't know what his life is. But it's hard to understand sometimes that kind of behavior. It's
illogical, but it seems to be pretty common in today's society on this experience we're on. It's really fascinating.
It is.
I did not know there was so many juvenile asshats, fully grown and adult. It's like, who raised you, right?
Mind bog. But that's our sick society. People are in a psychological and spiritual crisis. These are cries for help, and it's like he only comes in my chat to shit on me to the point where he gets banned, and then he goes to brag about getting, it's one of those kinds of things, and I can see it. I've been through this with him, and I have an issue of repeat forgiving these types, bringing them back in when they don't have good intentions from my perspective. But Jack is a grown man. He can look at my channel, he can look at my relationships, and he can come to whatever conclusions. I mean, I don't, yeah.
No, my bad. I was born in a barn, basically. It was a terrible upbringing. I blame my childhood. I was a victim.
Maybe you were, but it's no excuse anymore. That's what I mean.
True. It's juvenile.
Victim blaming now.
It's juvenile.
Not victim blaming, but we do. It's time to raise the standards, guys. We have collectively, the standards have been dropped. There's been no accountability. People are playing victims. The biggest victim is in the White House.
Yeah.
Donald Trump, he got there by playing victim. It's like, the fuck?
But they were trying to frame you as the victim, Jack, that Ruby was trying to persuade you or somehow like lure you into her trap. Her snare.
You know what just came to my mind? Sorry to interrupt you, Dick, but what just came to mind is victims find victims. Heroes will see the heroes.
Yeah. But, I genuinely do, want to keep Edward and those people in my prayers but it's like, yeah, I had no idea this existed to this extent until I got into streaming in the last couple of years. And it's been such a learning experience. And it's really shown me like just the level of despair, confusion. Like it's hard to understand this behavior, but there's like a segment of people who think that what they do online isn't real. Somehow using this mode of communication isn't real life. So they can play a character and then they go back to their normal lives. But this character they play, the whole bit is that they just kind of like terrorize random people. Especially in like lolcow culture, which I'm quite defensive of all accounts because it's generally just a mentally ill person online. And people will see, oh, they did a faux pas. I guess it's justified to try to destroy them for years. And people, it's diabolical obsession. It is on the rise.
Huh?
It is scary. But at the same time, I feel bad for these people. And that's why I give them chances, but they scare off, better people who don't want that energy, because you have to protect your peace to a certain extent. And I'm trying to be better about moderating my audience, because it sucks when I have someone over on my channel and they are getting attacked or, all of these things. And I keep engaging with these types that do that behavior. So I'm bringing it on myself by the continued engagement. So that's what I'm trying to change. Edward, I'm sorry. I felt the need to ban you yesterday due to your comments about my stalking situation and the pew, whatever threats in the Discord. And then you trying to link up with OPC Don to show me what's coming, and how I'm going to get it or something, because I banned you in the chat. Doesn't that make you feel embarrassed, dude? Fragile as heck, man.
Now, is the powder Dusty all involved in this, or is he a bystander as well? I feel totally out of the loop. This is all news to me.
I never had an issue with Dusty.
I'm innocent.
He's in the, well, I don't know. I've never had an issue. We've only had pleasant interactions. Hey, OTW.
Did you guys see my tornado-ass weather here?
Whoa.
Oh, yeah, that's how it is here. It's snowing here today, actually.
Really?
Yeah. Believe it or not.
I like the cigarette, that makes it even more realistic for me. Yeah, it's an absolutely gorgeous day, and there's so much beauty and love in this world and so many amazing people. And, you only get a finite amount of energy, and I'm trying to learn how to manage mine better and how to avoid these situations I keep getting into, that result in these people who are so angry. They tend to follow me for years to try to, get back at me for banning them or whatever the thing of the moment is, Welcome, Richard. Hi.
JG, welcome.
Welcome.
Richard Innerbuns, even.
Dick in her buns. I got you.
It's like
Clever.
juveniles, children. Truly, this is the world we've got. We live in a simulation. We've got a reality where we're simulating life and simulating fairness and simulating justice, simulating security. It's all bullshit. It's all pretend. So children, we have this society that profits from trauma, right? Children get hurt and then they don't think as clearly when they grow up. And people who don't think as clearly, well, they can get convinced to go do all sorts of jobs. Just give them a little change, right? They'll go do anything the bosses say. And that's how we end up with soldiers and militaries. It's crazy.
We call them meat puppets.
Great band as well.
Welcome, OTW. How you doing, brother?
Doing good. Mic check.
Sounds
great.
strong.
Yeah,
Good.
great mic. I was like, it's noticeably good.
Impressive, OTW.
Thank you.
Hey, if somebody says over the intercom, will Dick Innerbuns come on the front counter, or whatever, it's like they get him to say that. That's funny shit. Like, come on, there's people killing people over fiat notes right now. It's not too bad, right?
We got small things, even if it is Dick.
Yeah, small Innerbuns.
Your puns.
Well, that's good.
Sorry. I shouldn't laugh at anyone's name, but yeah, I just realized the Dick. It's all coming together now. So I got a second.
You're a little slower
I'm
than
still on the uptake too.
Yeah, that
Give
took me my
another 10
pure
minutes.
mind a moment.
What are you talking about?
Holy cows. Here, the reality is we are living in such a shit show. I mean, it's pretty hilarious. Some of the animations coming out, the Lego stuff, the Toy Story stuff about Netanyahu and Donald Trump, but the reality is God is showing us the world. God is showing us the truth. Now, there's a lot of lies. We've got to look beyond and through the lies in order to know the truth, but I think it's true that we have the opportunity. We don't need to. We get to. We have the opportunity to do something past generations haven't been able to. I really believe we've got everything we need to end wars and bring reforms. All we got to do is agree that we want the truth instead of lies.
Jack, did you see my tornado-ass weather?
I didn't see a tornado. It looks a little cloudy.
Well, can I pre-grip for my tornado damages?
Oh, I don't care. You can grip.
Do you really have a tornado on the way? I don't know where you live. We don't get those in Connecticut.
Better hurry up and go get Dorothy.
Yeah.
I mean, go get Toto, Dorothy. I screwed that joke up.
Because this could be the last chance people have to donate to me.
Listen, I'll donate to you. Okay,
serious.
I'll
Thank
give you some tornado money. I got you.
Thank you, Ruby.
Don't worry, I'll be at the Sugar Mama. I got you.
I love sugar mamas.
Me too. I've got a few online. I feel very blessed for my female audience, and my male audience as well. Not to neglect them, but I feel like the female donations hit different sometimes. And I always appreciate.
They
it.
feel extra good.
Yeah, I think maybe because it's less comments. You're like, wow, she must really like me. Or I don't know. I don't know what's common or not, but yeah, Jack, what you're saying about juveniles, it's like, it is, yeah, it's hard not. When I think about these things, I feel this bitterness like swell up my heart just from dealing with so much of this, and trying to find those lines. And like, I was dealing with some issues on my Discord earlier where I was like, hey, can you guys not promote any IRL harassment? And it's like I go to a doctor appointment and then I come back and it's like, boom, like walls of people just being like, and it's like people are talking about harassing my stalker. And it's like, as evil as they've been to me, I'm absolutely against that on every level. And it's like, we need to be better than the worst people, not to mention it's just bad all around in every quantifiable way and immature. And people like to ride off any situation they can to justify sadism. And I think there's a lot of bloodlust, unfortunately.
It's a wonder.
Not to bring it back to sadism and bloodlust, but
Yeah, this is all news to me. I'm learning stuff here. It's like you come in completely unaware what the big picture is on things, and people spell it out for you, which is it's good to get in the know.
Trying to stay sane out here.
Well, it can easily become a distraction, that's for sure. Hey, Dusty, you got something going on, dude. It's noise. It can certainly be a distraction, and unfortunately, I have allowed it to be a distraction. I mean, it's kind of in line with what I wrote earlier. Have we accepted unfair? Have we lowered our standards and accepted what is not just, what is not right? Have we accepted less than we deserve? I know for a fact I have with many of these so-called guests who found so much fucking comfort and entertainment here with me.
It gets frustrating. Yeah.
Disrespect, though, it's like, how much disrespect should a man accept?
That's the
Or a
question.
woman.
Yeah,
Where's
it's like
the
who
line?
needs
Where are the
love?
boundaries?
Who needs consequences? Who needs it's an art form to try to figure out what, each person is needing. And it's very tricky online because it's like there's less social cues and stuff to pick up on. And it's just, yeah. So-called guest.
And that's like the perfect example of my so-called guest who's been so comfortable being asshats here. All right, there he goes.
So-called.
So-called show. It's all pretend. That's what I'm saying. We live in a world that's made of pretend. It's real people, real problems, real opportunities. But people pretend they're competent. They pretend they're incompetent.
Well, a lot of people, especially in the Western, like developed world, they're just comfortable enough to like not do anything. It's like that's so by design. It's like every move towards comfort and all these things that we're supposed to make our lives better, you know. And I've experienced that in my own life, you know, and yeah, being in addiction. And it's like you really settle for something because you don't even remember or know how much better it could be, you know. So you're just in a comfortable existence. Okay, yes, children are dying over there, but you know, people can just tune out, and more than ever, we can each have our own modified reality. I think that's why you see fragility in the likes of people like Edward, because if you're living online, more than ever, you can really create basically an echo chamber that's just going to reflect back things that make you feel affirmed, either in being cruel or whatever direction you're moving in life.
And people are much more likely to receive certain beneficial information if it's frequency specific, and so there's constant tuning to prevent that, but it's almost, you know, crucial to circumvent the process at this point to create, I hate to use the word, but safe spaces of sorts, you know, a prayer closet, places to go and just be one with the creator and do your thing in silence, whether it's in nature, maybe you take a hike somewhere, you got a special spot you like to go. Certain routines like that are just sacred in these times.
Critical. Yeah, I notice a huge difference if I don't pray in the morning and like make sure that I'm kindling that flame inside of me that I know guides me to a better place in my life. I have to constantly remind myself to just keep rekindling that, because when it starts to fade out and then it's like these other negative emotions, it's very easy for them, you know, to take over, take the wheel. And it's like, you know, the devil speaks to you in a voice that sounds like your own thoughts, and it's very confusing to navigate at times. And that's why it's important to have some kind of practice or something to center you, or, you know, yeah, the term safe space has been totally bastardized, but like a place where you can access that peace to make sure that you're good to go out into the world and not be a detriment to others, you know, a minimum.
So bringing it back to the topic, healing starts within you. Ruby, you've been on a path. Actually, not just you, but any of you. You guys got any tips, any ideas that you found helpful in your path? Things that worked for you to find healing?
Spend a lot of time outside. I mean,
take breaks.
Yeah.
I mean, I have the answer, but it's so simple, and nobody wants to hear that. I'd let everyone else go because nobody will hear my answer anyway, because it requires too much accountability and it sounds too simple. So you might apply it, Jack, because you apply it every day. Not to patronize you, but in a certain way, you have a tenacity about you that, you know, is unwavering. But most people don't want to acknowledge it's in their own mind, right? If you want to be healthy, you have to speak that into, you have to claim that and walk in that and
100%.
bend this reality to represent that.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
And it's not just health. It's really any aspect of this life. For us to really get it, to gain it, if it's something worthy, we've got to claim it. We've got to invest in it. We've got to go for it. We've got to focus our mind's attention onto it. Because through the power of mind, God has given us will. And this power of will, that's what created the universe. Through God's will, the universe and each day comes into being. And through each day, we are restoring what has never been before. The part I want to see never been before, I want to see a world of justice and righteousness where transparency, honesty, those are normal, right? Compassion and kindness, that's just the normal way of things. People look out for one another. They care about one another. They might even check in on one another and say, hey, you doing okay? Right? We got a society that's completely divided. This is the devil's realm. Satan's realm is here right now. What are we going to do? We're in the belly of the beast. God has given us everything we need to create our freedom, to share freedom. What are we going to do?
Yeah. I mean, a lot of people, I felt like disempowered, for a lot of my life, and like life was happening to me. And it's almost like a muscle you build up. And it's like, I had to face a lot of harsh consequences and learn a lot of things through the language of pain, but it's like once you start moving in that direction, it's just like, it's like another upward spiral of like, you can feel like you can accomplish more and you take more control and more, a healthy kind of pride in what you're doing and respect for it. Yeah.
Well, and the reason people will
right now, and it's
people will push back on the idea that claiming it is enough, but if it's in true faith, works always follow, right? So faith without works is dead, and that's not that you have to strive or try or go through some like major effort. It's just a byproduct of true faith. So that bending of reality, even your actions. So you couldn't get up every grand rising and have a mantra where you take a nice fresh walk and breathe fresh air and you say, I am healthy, I am abundance, I'm living in a state of balance with, all the things I consume, food, material, whatever. I'm living in a state of peace and joy. And, you couldn't do that every day and not have that affect your experience. And once you own that and you know that, well, it's like, what you got to do.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
For those who are, I think some of the reaction was my description of the world. This is the devil's world. The selfish and the cruel have been given power. Who in their right mind gives the selfish and the cruel power? America did. America's been doing it. The other nations have been doing it. What the fuck is wrong with humanity? Humanity is lost, right? Why do we want to stay divided when we don't have to? If we unite together, we can rewrite the rules. We can allow the truth to be supreme. We don't have to worry so much about the regulations that come from all this fiduciary responsibility and all the authority. All that stuff's important, right? You got to obey the rules, they say. Fuck that. Guys, we've been given this lifetime. I wasted a whole bunch of it playing those stupid games. I played the game of soldier and good employee and good citizen and blah, blah, blah. I wasn't happy.
Yep. Bunch of noise.
Well, I found happiness truly when I found love. I found love and God at the same time. And I've been spending more and more of my time and attention every single day with love, with God. And guess what? I feel shit tons better. I'm encouraging all of you guys, please take what I'm saying seriously, please. Healing is waiting. You're not broken. You're not worthless. You're not hopeless. You're not helpless. You might just be a little beat up.
Well, and it requires 100% accountability for their inner space. So you're actually putting the power back in their own hands to create effect within, you know, everything they're influencing. So if you own that space, you're a good steward of it. You know, it's actually something that it's not outside of you. That's actually kind of a stumbling block in and of itself, because like, you mean all along I could have solved this. I had the faculties, I had everything I needed to solve my own problem, but it was my own victim mindset or my own sense of self lack that I was perpetuating through ignorance.
Yep. It's humbling, isn't it?
Yeah, it can stop people from moving forward. They're like, I don't want to accept that, because
Well,
that means, you know, I was now the problem and the solution.
true, but it's confirmation of what's written in the Bible. You know, pride comes before the fall.
It's not what the Christian teaches you, though, and that's what I think is where the snag, because they don't really typically go to that personal accountability where you are the Christ. It all falls on you to own that space that He gave you. You know, it was a gift to have that mindset, but you have to take it on and walk in it.
My mind drifted.
Yeah, sorry. The chat, there's a lot of negativity in chat today, and you know, I'm sorry if me being here is bringing any of that, because I've had some drama with other people, I guess.
You're bringing only positivity, sugar mama.
Oh yeah. Can I buy
But
you
that was juvenile. That was rude, though, that comment where I was like trying to see if there was attraction between Jack and Ruby. I don't know if it's like the 800-pound gorilla in the room and everybody was like asking about it. I mean, feel like, is it bad that I lean into that stuff? Because I feel like it's a service to the people. They want to know.
We do.
Would you be lured by her temptress kind of, you know, siren call, Jack? If you started to make a move. I think
men and women can interact without it, you know, being sexually motivated. I don't think our conversations are sexual.
Oh, yeah, of course.
I really appreciate him as a human being, and I've really enjoyed getting to know each other and our collaboration. You know, it can be awkward when people try to put it to that place, you know, like Lalo, he loves playing fuck, marry, kill. You'll always see him in chat being like, duck, marry, kill, and it's, you know, at least you know there's something wrong with you, Lalo, and there's something wrong with me. Maybe that's why I've unblocked you so many times, but I'm a bit disappointed in you recently. But we don't need to get into that.
Okay, Jack, let's just play Marry Kill with Ruby and Marilyn.
Nope.
Marry Kill. Gosh. No. See, this is division. They're trying to create.
Yeah, I know. Because I'm all about unity anyway. I marry them both.
Yes, both of them.
Yeah. We'll figure it out. But hey, what Ruby said, that was a beautiful answer, right? Because I think we've connected at a human level, right? And in the past, my mind was constantly going in that direction, but it's not there, right? So it's not in the mindset. I'm not worried about it. The mindset, though, of the juveniles, the stunted children, that's what this society has created. We've got another wild card in the back. I don't know if I should make him wait till the end or not, but I don't think I want to do that.
You don't get to do that. I'll fucking leave as easy as I leave and come back and you bring me up. Shut up, tranny. Jack, I got a cool game we can play. Let's play. Jack, let's play Fuck, Marry, Leave.
I would take you a bit more seriously if I could see your face.
I don't take you seriously, tranny.
And then you can do visual to visual if you want to be like that, I guess.
No, I never want.
See now all the people are like, look, someone was mean. Now the entertainment's here.
Look at that. Oh, yeah, they are reacting.
Exactly. And, you know, that's where people are at. The goal is to distract, derail, and that's why a lot of these people are banned in my chat, and that's why they're coming here.
Okay.
But the reaction emojis are one person.
It's like these people just want to be entertained, Jack. It's like that's all they want, right? Is to be entertained.
But a lot of these people, they want to be entertained by a certain kind of content that is just fighting, conflict, blood, guts, just anything that's horrible. And that comes a lot from, a certain sector of the internet, which, I've dabbled in. And I've seen there is this really unfortunate side, and they all kind of socially reinforce each other as if it's normal, or like they're like some cool, like the cool dude on chat, like, like to me, it's corny. But yeah, I think some people find entertainment in talking about deeper things. But when you're in that state of just like, I need to look at, like, let's watch violence, jerk off your girlfriend. Like, if you're like that, of course you're not going to be able to really settle down into a feeling of like anything more profound than that, and you're not going to enjoy something that is a more meaningful conversation is going to be boring to, someone who's totally brain broken.
Yeah, I feel that.
Yeah, it certainly can't heal when you're in a negative space.
What are these people?
I could attest to.
These people, seriously. Okay. We can clean this up. Took me a little while to see what was going on, but we'll get it cleaned up. Landry, how are you doing today? What's going on with you?
I'm doing good.
Punched in the face? What the fuck happened?
Yeah, what skid marks there on your
Yeah,
side of your
it's
head, like
it's been a good week.
ran into a bike tire or something. Huh?
Oh, going well with the new girlfriend, huh?
Yeah, she's tough. She's a tough cookie, that's for sure. You guys weren't joking when you warned me about that one. Whew. That's why I'm here. I'm actually looking for some trauma bonding. Can we bond
Judo
over?
came in handy.
Yeah,
trauma bond.
exactly.
Nice to see you, Landry.
Good to see
Just
you
glad
too.
you're able to
Well,
defend
or what's
yourself.
left of you anyway.
Lolo, I'm quaking in my boots. I'm so scared of you. You've really shown yourself to be a very scary dude. So keep
that really-
trying to come back to New Haven.
The
And
panel
see
versus
what
president
happens.
that's
Dum-dum.
back there? Or is this an imposter?
What happened?
No, that's the Lolo who's been, yeah.
Oh,
If
it's
you know.
Lolo. Okay, that's Lolo. That's not Tommy. Okay, you got it.
Oh yeah, no, it's another similar. It's kind of like a prototype of this. They all blend together at a certain point because
Well, they
they're
use
all-
the same names.
Yeah. There's just they think it's very like they're the cool like bullies at school, like and they tend to go after anyone who they appear to be genuine, vulnerable, socially different, It's very typical insecure, sad bullshit. And it's really sad that that's where we're at. But it's like I've tried to have hope, like, oh, I can win them over. All I won was a couple of restraining orders, so I'm trying to have more discretion now.
There you go.
Tony, I would love to hear your voice. You could absolutely come up and we can talk about it.
Tommy's still in the back. Here, I got you back. You tell me. For the mods, please, these folks that want to spam, just get rid of them. All right, please. Thank
Mods unite.
Oh yeah,
They
Jeeps
suck
is on the
energy
task.
out of a room, and it's like I don't know why they think it's this.
That was nice of you, Jack. You just gave some people
Ruby.
something to do, man. Gave them-
All right,
I don't
Ruby.
understand.
Do you want to do Mary fuck between Tom and Ruby?
you. Here, let's
Ruby.
let Tom.
What's up?
You
are
have
you-
the Jack virus, where you say what everybody is and doing and thinking, and you're dead fucking wrong. The reason I bitch ya is because I came up, I addressed
Talking about
Jack, I
someone
started
else in
to.
chat, not you.
After he backstaged me, you kind of went in on your little Fenton whore thing. You got bit because I was talking to Jack, and you jumped in the middle, and you were out of line. There's an order to this,
Honestly,
and nobody's talking to your tranny ass.
I mean, I know a lot of porn sick men unfortunately can't even tell what the difference between female and male is. That happens when you watch.
No,
lot
you're a
of porn of
challenge.
that nature.
You're a
And
challenge.
it's actually an identifiable phenomenon,
what.
and I think it's really great that you're open about this issue you have.
I know you're the one. You're the one making little snide comments.
What
See,
is
once
your
again,
problem? Tell you what, Tom.
my problem is your redheaded whore is getting in the way of our conversation. I ain't got no business with her.
I know you
Well,
like
then
it,
maybe
just
you should
guys,
try a
right?
different day.
Just guys,
Maybe you should
right?
try a different time. Okay.
I mean, I gotta say, from what I
Tell me about
understand, Tommy is a resident expert in identifying trannies, so that is a pretty strong allegation there from Tommy. He does know his
Like I
trainings.
said, corn sick men. I'm gonna hop off, but I hope everyone has a great night.
Ruby, thank you. Blessings to you.
There goes my sugar mama.
Hey, and with that, it looks like Tommy took off too. Maybe this is perfect. Perfect time.
Just
You guys have
dissolving-
stuff?
Yeah, just the OGs on panel. There we go.
Yeah, I think it's interesting what it's all become, but the AI hasn't been as infiltrating as I initially thought. It looks like we're still humans at this point, having some kind of experience. So it's good to still be here, folks. Thanks
I
for
also
that.
expected quicksand would be a much bigger issue in my life when I was a child than it has turned out to be.
Did you ever actually get stuck in quicksand, though? Have you ever spent any time in the sand dunes or
I've
even been
lost a shoe.
I was really scared of zombies.
So we're not speaking of things we've actually experienced or had as a true trial.
No,
Just a
never
nightmare
experienced
for
any
your
zombies,
childhood.
so
I'm
I'm
talking
good.
about real life here, Dusty, reality.
That's what I'm saying. Like when you're little and you're watching cartoons, like there's always quicksand and shit, and you expect that when you grow up there'll be quicksand everywhere, but there's not.
It does exist, and it's real, and it can be devastatingly, harmful to your health without the proper technique to get out of it. You might still get stuck in quicksand. I'm just saying. Just watch out if you go to the sand.
Come on,
training.
guys. Can you pretend to have some respect for me and what I'm trying to do? Just a little, please.
I guess.
I guess I know you do. I know you do, but you don't take me seriously. Not yet. And that's okay. It's okay. It's all going to change eventually. But, when I start the stream today, the topic healing, I'm talking about real kind of serious stuff. When I'm talking about ending wars and corruption, I'm kind of talking about serious stuff. I mean, what do we do, guys?
Take that discussion. The healing one, seriously, I think it actually is a big component is what I offered, that simple truth to just claim it and walk in it.
Yeah. And that is by God's grace. I mean, because actually that's where I've humbled myself, the truth. We don't find or know anything without God's grace. We don't find or know anything. Because the answers for us are right here. I mean, it's not even in front of our face. It's within us. It's us. We are the answers. We are the answers to end the wars, to end the poverty, to end the human suffering. Humans are the answers to ending human suffering. Hello. You guys following, right?
Yep.
So are we trying to end human suffering or make excuses for it or defend it? What do you think the world is doing?
Keeping themselves distracted is what's pretty much, yeah.
It's a fair assessment, OTW.
It really is.
I wasn't really suffering at all when we were talking about quicksand, but now that Jack has started berating us, I feel like I am suffering now.
I
feel like somehow it's all my fault, and I'm,
It's not all your fault, just a part.
If I just would have listened to Jack a little more, a little closer.
Now Dick is suffering because Jack won't stop kicking Dick around.
It's a suffering state of affairs.
I know how I sound. I know how it can be rejected and judged, but I really feel like I'm trying to do you guys, trying to help you avoid a disservice. Okay?
Yeah.
Because I don't want you feeling guilty about what you didn't do or what you did when you could have done or you didn't do, right? it's the lessons I learned in life, man. Part of this live without fear is you got to pay attention. And God is doing, guys, I am telling you, if God allows you to see what I've been saying and trying to get across, if God allows you to see it, you can feel it. And that, what I mean by that is you can see the answers, you can see the solutions. And when you see the answers and the solutions, you feel excitement. And with excitement, man, that's the energy of life. This will trigger people, but it's part of my story. I mentioned an online class I've been taking. It's all about tantric energies. It's fascinating, absolutely fascinating. Welcome to you, Lou.
I do feel growth, though, Jack. I got to say, I feel growth.
I'm suffering more now that Lou is here.
I feel like the other people
I
are
have a bigger
not
dick
growing
than you,
at the trajectory that I am. You know, I'm gaining.
What are you guys
pace
talking
quicker,
about?
running a better race here.
What are you guys
Progression of
talking about,
consciousness with
Jack?
Jack's helping us out of our imagination, Lou. And you're a distraction of sorts, but if you want to join the parade, you can start walking the direction we're going, or you can start pulling the rope in the other direction. It's really up to you, bud. Where you at today?
Whatever direction Jack is going, I'm coming.
I feel like there's some kind of sexual insinuation there. You try.
We're just gonna rise above it. We're gonna roll with that's Lou, and I love Lou. He's a great guy.
What did I say? I didn't say anything sexual. I just want to go in the direction that you're going.
Right. And I agree. I appreciate that. And you do have that reputation, though, Lou, and that's why. Anyway, the direction really. I did a presentation earlier. I went through a presentation earlier on healing the world together, about inner peace, stuff like that. We've been talking about all sorts of things.
Healing the world, tikkun olam, is the Hebrew way of saying it.
Oh,
we're in that experience right now. We're in the process of tikkun olam, healing the world.
I feel that's what we're here for. We're here to be the vessels of love and wisdom that we can. But the systems of the world, they don't want us to be love and wisdom. They want us to be workhorses, right? Chattel. Go reproduce and create more workers who think like you. That's what the governments say. They learned that from the plantations, right? The plantation owners. It's all this crazy game. Earlier in the conversation, I think Ruby brought up the comforts that so many of us have found. We got to accept the fact this really is the same as the past. This is the days of Babylon, Rome, right? It's bread and circus. We've got just enough bread, we earn enough to buy just enough bread and to pay for enough entertainment that we keep re-electing the revolving military-industrial complex.
Now you just gave Lewis segue. He's too good for bread.
He is too good for bread. You're right.
He's going to start whacking us all over the head with roadkill here any minute.
Hey, I don't mean to do this, but I'm feeling a little complete.
Come on, Jack. I just got here. You didn't even freaking touch it.
See, Luke put Jack in pain.
Yeah, wait 15 minutes. I'm going live. And
go sooner. I had a set to go over to Paul, but I saw Paul.
Yeah, Paul went off.
Hurricane Pero's going back too in a minute. I don't know if you've met Hurricane Pero. I keep trying to get him up here, but he's not. He's playing hard to get.
Jack, I must say your hair is looking extra illustrious today.
I was going to mention that as well. That's a good
Did you use some beef tallow on it or something?
No, I have it down. I don't have it put up. That's a big part of it.
You know, that hair is going to be holy one day.
Hey, Talcott, you should get a haircut and a beard trim. You'll probably feel way better.
Actually,
you feel like shit.
Dude, the weather, it warmed up. We got, I think, 91 degrees. And yeah, it may be time for a haircut and a shave pretty soon.
You should do it like for charity, like do a 50-50, you know, collect some donations and go give like half of it to some community or something, you know, like services or whatever. Like do a donation with the money, you know, it's like cut your hair for cancer, kind of like, you know what I'm saying? Then go to like a hospital and say, well, here's
Is it long enough for that? Or is it it's pretty long, actually.
I don't know.
It's almost like, what?
I mean,
it's almost a foot long there.
It's
kind of weird. Talcott, I need some advice. Truth or Cop sent you messages saying he wants to suck my cock. What should I do?
We can't hear you. Gee, you're.
No, I heard enough. He doesn't need to repeat it.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Something
JG.
about cocks. I don't know what it was.
Yep. That it was. And I would suggest the answer is within you, JG.
Yeah, it's in your mouth.
Well, you gotta ask yourself.
Should I take it to court? Should I take it to court? Should I? What should I do here?
You can do whatever you want. How do you want to spend your time? What results are you after?
Right.
Those are the things I really look at, right?
Who just left? Dick?
Possibly.
Yeah,
You go, Dick.
Yeah. Hey, I'm looking for Pero. I know somehow I offended Hurricane Pero, but
You offended who?
Yeah.
Hurricane Pero's easily offended, but he's also quick to forgive. So
that's what I gathered. Seems all right. Little emotional, maybe. I know the type. Well, I tried looking.
You took a shot at me, even though I don't feel like that applies to me.
I tried looking. I didn't see. I didn't see a live stream available for him. So I'm just gonna start. I am gonna wrap up. I think it's time. Final words.
Bye, Jack. Bye, panel. Bye, chat. I love you all like a gay uncle.
Beautiful.
Low State's wife's got a great rack. Mrs. Blow.
Much love, brother. That
All
time
right.
I don't know what he said.
Peace, Jack. Have a good one.
You going
Take care.
live?
Yeah, I'm
OTW,
going live
you
in 10
going live?
minutes. Yeah, 10 minutes. You guys come on over if you want to chat.
Okay.
Well, Jack was going to hang out, wasn't he, for 10 more minutes? Weren't you, Jack?
He's
No.
he's done. He's
No.
done, Lou. He's good.
I'm
You done? How long you been going for?
2 hours.
in
Oh, yeah,
exactly 14 seconds. So that makes
I
sense.
missed most of it. I just got
Yeah,
here.
you're
Have
late,
you guys
man.
been getting the amount of rain that I've been getting? Is everybody getting a lot of rain where they are?
Well, today was the only sunny day that we've had. I spent the whole day outside working on my gazebo and shit. So, yeah. All right, anyway.
Man,
Peace, Jack. Take
I've got
care.
water here. Take care, LTW.
Yeah, see you guys
There's
over
so much
on my
water
channel.
on the land. I've been here almost
you.
40 years. I've never seen this much water on the land. It's crazy. I heard like people have their whole properties flooded and all kinds of flooding going on around here. I was wondering if it's the same everywhere or just. Anyways, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Much love, Jack. Much
All
love.
right. Yeah.
How you doing? You okay, Jack? I mean, really, like not for how you doing for the stream, not, you know, like how you actually doing, like you with yourself, aside from the screens, aside from the streams, aside from the craziness and the chaos. How you doing?
It's a great question. I've been asking myself that for quite a while, Lou. I'm really trying to find someone else who might know. But a lot of people think they know, but they don't know because they don't really understand. But Lou, this is what's perfect about what I think and what I feel. God's been doing something with all of us. My mind, my life has been transformed. My mind and my heart have been completely restructured. So how am I doing, Lou? I fucking miss my son. I pray to God to meet my grandchild, right? I'm begging to God, when does this change? What do I do? How do I change this? I've got memories of these lifetimes I've lived, right? Where there were people there that cared, but they're all gone. And so now I'm here. And so I'm here and I accept that they're all gone, but I'm saying, hey guys, let's get connected. Let's connect and let's do something here on earth because we got a chance to do something incredible. Ending wars. That's what I'm talking about, man. Hey, I'm doing good. Thank you for asking, Lou.
I'm sorry, Jack.
That's all right.
Sorry.
I mean,
I'm sorry that you're hurting.
No, I'm not hurting. I mean, I am saddened. I go through these moments in the day. My son has been in my head a lot lately. I mean, but I've also ending wars. That thought has been in my mind and my heart. Lou, I can't get this out of me. Okay? It's not going away. These ideas of we're here to bring peace to the world, right? It's not going away from me.
And they're great ideas, and most people don't even give it a second thought, let alone believe in a possibility of a world that has, you know, true peace in it. And you give it, you give it that thought. You give it as you see it as a possible reality, and that's great. There's nothing wrong with that. Like I said in the past, it could be delusional, or it could be, you know, you're ahead of everybody. I mean, you know, if we all thought the same way, maybe we actually could. I don't know. But as far as with your son goes, maybe you have to decide which is more important.
I have. That's why I'm outside of Washington, D.C. instead of Spokane right now. I've chosen who's more important. He's a young man. He's with God. God's with him, right? He's taken care of. But
I've heard you also in the past say that you know, being in touch with, you know, people like Trump and Congress and everything else uh, could be a path towards healing your son, yours and your son's relationship. I've heard you say that in the past, and if that's true, then maybe it's not the most important. Maybe it is your son that's more important, but maybe the perspective might not be.
God is important, right? Whatever is most important will be brought before me. That's what I'm learning. Okay. I've gotten my heart what I want, but what I've been learning truly, it's the lessons I keep sharing here, guys. Our life is lived through the mindset, right? Whether we succeed or fail, it's based on our perceptions. The results, it's just data. That's what I've learned. I've learned that the data doesn't control me. My bank account doesn't control me, right? I'm no longer sad and frustrated when I don't have enough funds. I'm not worried like I used to be. I've transformed. And so, Lou, this is what I think God is doing. I actually do believe God is using all of us. We are the fulfillment of prophecy. We are the creation of time. I believe that if I'm right, we will be bringing forth the new kingdom. The old ways will crumble. There will be no more soldiers and war and prophets. None of that crap. It's going to go away. We're going to have transparency and compassion. That's what's going to rule the world, because that's what God showed us through Christ. So, Lou, if I'm right, this live without fear is evidence and a message. I'm just a messenger to share the messages of peace with the world.
I think Jesus said something to that effect, didn't he? Don't worship me, or I don't know. I don't read the Bible much, but I believe there's something in there about his words saying that I'm just the message or the messenger, not, or I don't know what I'm. Do you know what I'm talking about?
He said many things, but the messages were truly about love. I mentioned this earlier. Let the peace of Christ rule in your hearts, right? As members of a body, we are called to peace. And if you can be called to peace, be thankful, right? Let the message of Christ dwell among you richly. The key is to be with love. Seriously, that's the whole message of it all. Everything. It's all about love. Anyway,
It's kind of sad when you realize that the possibility is there, especially in today's day and age, with the technologies we have, with the ability we have to communicate, with the ability we have to actually, feed people, and it's sad that we can't get to a place where we're more cooperative than we are. It really is. It really is. Where people have to suffer for someone else's gain or whatever. Anyways, I won't hold you, Jack. I'll let you go. Just
much
was
love.
wondering how you were doing, and I could kind of see that. I could see that sadness. You don't make reference to it much, but I could see that you are sad about not having your son and your grandchild. And I think it's going to happen for you. I actually really do. I think the day will come when, like it has for me. I spent a lot of time looking at you like some fucking retard that just was there to mock. I really did. You know that. You felt it, and you just, you did what you could with it. But I don't feel that way anymore. I believe that you have the ability to be and do what you want and to have the goals that you have. More of us should probably have that. You know, the whatever your unconscious thoughts are of yourself have a bearing, but also whatever collective consciousness there is also has a bearing, sometimes bigger. And most people don't ever take the time to even consider that we could feed the entire world, that nobody has to be hungry, that the world could have shelter if we were more cooperative. So good on you, Jack. I'm sure things are going to work out. Okay, much love, Jack.
Much love. Thank you, Lou. Appreciate you sincerely. We are at this time. The world is changing. I said I was going to shut down, and I wanted to be done by 2 hours, 10 minutes. Golly geez, Lou. See, this is another example, Jack. When I go on these live streams, part of my frustration and my challenge, my personal challenge, it's the one we all face, guys. We all face these challenges of we can have our hopes, but these expectations, the things we expect things to go right, we think things will go one way and we expect it's going to go one way and it doesn't go one way because people are like people, man. People are like, you try to get people together, man. It's like, herding cats. It's truly crazy. I am going to wrap up. Sincerely, brothers and sisters, I do love one and all of you. Ricardo, I see you in the back. I'll take a chance. Why not? Ricardo, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. Hi, Jack.
I was wrapping things up. What's going on, my friend?
Hi, Jack. I just came to say hi and blessings and peace and everything because I haven't seen you for a while. And I just thought I'd, check in. That's it.
All right. Well, I appreciate that. I'm doing final words. You're welcome to stick around. I wasn't sure what your hopes were. Anything before I go?
I realize I'm a bit late to the party, but I'll definitely try and catch you on the next one. And
much love, Ricardo.
Have a chat.
Blessings to you. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. One and all of you, brothers and sisters, whether you're here with me now or later, and even if you're one who was here earlier and you're not here now, my love is out for you. I do appreciate all of you sincerely. The idea and the topic today, please, if you missed some of the presentation, you missed the monologue, I encourage you to catch it, do what you can. Healing starts within you, right? Finding the, turning feelings into words, actually articulating and identifying, whether it's written words, spoken words, through fellowship, through counseling, right? We counsel one another. When we are just with compassionate communication with one another. Brothers and sisters, a healthier world is waiting. Healing the world starts with you, and the healing starts within you. Brothers and sisters, claim your healing, claim your love. I'm going to wrap us up. We're going to go over to OTW. I don't know if he's still there, but if you haven't yet, do him a subscribe and share some love. Till next time, choose love, peace for everyone, walk with faith, and live without fear. Thank you again, and God bless us all. Peace.